ke ini nduruak asesanga toket. Professor Udoka ake benayin awana modo uruak. Etini nduruak emediana ket eni entindito. Seminanga basieri wamdu ya yabasi yodu duo basi frediana toket. Jagabasieri yung Professor Udoka kenti utemomo. Mpebon kananka atake bidongomo. Mbon sitini edi yung menti utemomo. Etekero maubongpo afre wedon iberedem. Honorable Professor Udoka jagabasudi yung fien. Say ni mi bono say ni kekbone kan kuwem. Mbon na manye tek bakik bakemba usobe sobe nyongo. Professor Udoka jagabasi udi yung fien. Amedi yon ke bobo wako fero basi afoma kombok. Nti o fero basi sasai afre we no iberedem. Abasi edi onye ke menti utemomo. Yang fnemi afon kiswa atam meket. Kanu kume ma do kwa wo ide ngubo kendye. Afome yon ke kan fan ke tak paniko kedo. Uwem Professor Udoka ado tati uwem. Yang sodo mbari ni mpong di mana ntang fen. Kiswa mfen abasedi aniswa yauno. Ndi temfero mmekobite mukemte wanfo. Afodo tati ewo ukemte wonfo. Yakabasudi yong fen adian ntini unofien. Esosongo.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like us to know that this event is being streamed live on all social media platforms. This event is being streamed live on our local channels. So when the camera comes to you, I'd like you to wear a smile because that will go a long way to show how and what we are doing here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving straight to the book review. And the book review is to be handled by no less a person than the Professor of History of Ideas and Security Studies, the Vice Chancellor Academics of the Akwa Ibom State University. Please, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Professor Otto Abasi Akpan as he comes to review this amazing book. Ladies and gentlemen, can you please clap better for this gentleman as he comes forward? Thank you very much.
It's true. Thank you very much. I'd like to stand on existing protocol because of time. Review of the books titled Economic and Social History, a collection of essays and Bratton Wall, an autobiography, written by Professor Udoka. I am pleased to step out to review two books written by Udoka, Professor of Economic and Social History, former head of Department of History and International Studies, University of Uyo, former Commissioner of Education in Akwa Ibom State, and 2 times member of the House of Representatives. Ladies and gentlemen, we are always told that book reviews should not have more than 1,500 words and should contain at least 3 elements of concise summary, evaluation of the work, and recommendation to the audience. This may be seen as the positive elements of book review. The superficially negative one is critique, which may be taken as weakness or strength depending on the logic of circumstances of the reviewer and the acceptance of the lines of critique by the authors. Furthermore, it is worth noting that every book reviewer will face a familiar panic, underlined by attempts to do justice to a great book in few words. Nevertheless, in reviewing these books, which are indeed great books, I have taken the 4 elements and I've capsuled the elements into less than The standard particulars of book review are as follows. Title for the first one, Economic and Social History, a collection of essays. Author in Udoka, publisher Green Cherished, place of publication Lagos, year of publication 2023, number of pages 543, price non-stated. The book has a total of 25 chapters spread across 4 parts. It examines key issues in economic and social history. In interrogating these issues, the past, present, and future are taken into consideration. The overall goal of the book, according to the author, to quote him, is to draw attention to the lacuna that exists in the search for solutions to the academic woes facing developing economies. To do this successfully, there is need to understand the proprieties of economic history, which the author asserts in the following words. Economic history is the interpretation of the performance of economies in the past. It deals with the growth, stagnation, or decline of economies, as well as the analysis of the well-being of individual groups in the economy during the course of economic change. With this proper setting, the author examines in part 1 lots of historical and conceptual issues which are mostly associated with the history and challenges of development and underdevelopment in Africa in the 21st century. Economic history in a changing Nigerian society, history and economic development of the 21st century in general. These 3 interrelated chapters examine deeply the factors that account for underdevelopment in developing economies and the essentials needed to launch schemes of development. In part 2 of the book, which has 10 chapters, specific issues of development and underdevelopment of Nigeria, especially in the lower Cross River region, are examined. In part 3 of the book, which is largely on social history and has had a total of 8 chapters on themes ranging from conflict and wars to strategies of development, we see that among the subject matters of the part, we have development of road transport in Cross River, the white flag theory and conflict resolution, the Cold War, and then development in eastern Nigeria. He has also included in this work the politics of ethnic nationalities in Akwa Ibom State, treaties and conflict in the international system, and diplomacy and the search for peace in the 21st century. The issues of international political economy did not escape the intellectual lens of Professor Udoka, and this explains the rationale for devoting 4 chapters in part 4 to discuss the issues. Among the topics include chapters on New World Political and Economic Order, the ECOWAS Trade Liberalization Scheme, appraisal of Nigeria's role in the ECOWAS and Africa in the international economy. By publishing this work, the author has bought death because he will live forever through this book. But in reviewing it, I discovered mismatches in some parts. There are some parts that were supposed to be in economic history, but were taken to social history. Regardless, with due sense of responsibility, I commend Professor Udoka for a job well done, which has made this book a reality. Written with care for facts, the book has made substantial contribution to historical scholarship in the fields of economic and social history. Readers, and especially Nigerians, will only ignore the factual expressions across the chapters and conclusion to their own undoing. I readily recommend the book to the reading public and decision makers in Nigeria and the outside world. The book is without doubt a collector's item any day, any time, and anywhere. Thank you very much. goes for the first book. The second one is titled Brazen Wall, an autobiography. Again, the author is in Udoka, publishers Greenfield, year of publication 2023, place of publication Lagos, number of pages 290, price not stated yet. This book is an autobiography, which is an account of the life of Professor Udoka. As an autobiography, it is about the author, and it is written by the author himself. In addition to recording dates and events, this work gives Professor Udoka an opportunity to share his life lessons with people and to record the many experiences that shaped him as a person and help him as well to learn lessons, life lessons that can be passed from one generation to another. In Brazen Wall, Ini has passed to the living and younger generation the different experiences at different stages of his life in 11 chapters. In chapter 1 of the book titled The Cradle, the author has taken us to the place where his